A warm welcome to this special session by a very special guest. Today's topic is meant for all medical aspirants, MBBS students, house surgeons, PG aspirants, as well as those who are pursuing or have completed their PG in psychiatry. We intend to give you a feel of the journey in this exquisite specialty known as psychiatry. If you have queries or want to share your opinions, let us know in the comment section below. Now, it is my honor to introduce our speaker, a man who has ventured into many domains of psychiatry. He is the founder and chief psychiatrist of MV Health, Dr. Madhu Vamsi. Sir has distinguished himself as director, MV Sunshine Child Development Center, and he is the founder of Dopamine for Thought, an AI powered mental wellness platform. He is also assistant professor at Saurabi Institute of Medical Sciences and consultant psychiatrist at Yashoda Hospitals. Amongst the plethora of roles he fulfills, he is the co-founder of the Cortex Advisory, founder and editor-in-chief Medverse Magazine, co-founder of Wellness Only, and creator of MedEra app, which is an AI-driven psychiatry flashcards interface. He is the author of Trivia in Mental Health. He has been conferred the Best Psychiatrist Award by Suman TV Awards and has received the prestigious Norman Sartorius Award. He is an eminent speaker on various media platforms and a renowned quiz master. We have truly a national sensation with us. Welcome, dear sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. John. And it means a lot that I'm with you guys. And I'm sure through this podcast and through this nice webinar, I'm sure people will understand the nuances of psychiatry and how they can go ahead in their life with building a career in psychiatry.
Sure, sir. I now gladly invite the vibrant Dr. Pranav Manikandan, Senior Resident at Government Medical College, Trivandrum, to take over the proceedings. Over to you, Dr. Pranav.
Thanks for the warm invite, Dr. Cherry, and warm welcome to you, sir, Dr. Madhu, sir.
Thank you.
So today is a very special day, Easter day. We are discussing on a branch which still is being defined and in its growing pains, probably waiting to be resurrected, or probably already has resurrected. Sir, actually, the psychiatry is a field which seems to be pulled in multiple directions, I feel. There are popular portrayals in movies and depiction of such memes, jokes, and mental health hacks, oversimplification of the mental health related concepts on one hand. And on another hand, people tend to view us psychiatrists as just pill pushers, making people zombies, or just for people who give mere counseling things on one hand, or medicalizing the suffering too much. But in reality, in this era of increasing technology, whether be it AI, neuromodulation, digital phenotyping, etc., actually psychiatry sits at a special intersection. In future, is the psychiatry having a future which is fragmented or powerful in that sense?
Uh, Pranav, according to me, psychiatry is in a phase where, uh, Newton has found out about so that's in the early stages of that era, even psychiatrists. There's a lot of development is required. In fact, we do not have any evidence, right? How can you say serotonin has decreased? How can you see there is a dopamine imbalance? Yes, agreed, we have certain analysis and all that, but when a patient comes, how do you show that? You just have to tell him that okay, serotonin is decreased, you might be depressed. But I believe that in next 5 to 10 years, that objective evidence will be coming. Oh, you have serotonin decrease. See, you have a report. See, you can see that. Therefore, you have to take something called as SSRIs. Oh, you have got some dopamine imbalance. That's why you have to take something called as antipsychotics. So that evidence will be coming soon. Once that comes, Pranav, then that will be a massive change in the landscape of psychiatry. Yes, agreed. AI will be there, digital phenotyping will happen, lot of other things will happen. But I'm looking at this evidence, and I think if this comes, massive change will be seen. And coming to the negative publicity or negative thing which people talk about psychiatry, see, first of all, I think they talk about every other subject. Every other subject has no negative publicity. But what I feel is something like a movie or a director dialogue. There's this famous director in Telugu called as Ram Gopal Verma, RGV. So he says that any publicity is good for me, either bad or good, but publicity should happen. So similarly, I feel if publicity is happening for our field, okay. Some people try to mock it. Some people give, a lot of life coaches talk about psychiatry. They don't understand about psychiatry, but they talk about it. But that's okay. At least people are talking about it. There were times when nobody used to talk about it. Now at least okay, you talk about, you search on Google, you find out the truth, whatever it is. But some kind of information is going out there about psychiatry, and that's a good thing according to me.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir. I strongly feel psychiatry must reclaim its identity, as you told, as neurosciences. We have evidences growing, still we practice based upon the evidences in psychopharmacology. That context, I would like to ask, uh, what would you like to tell to the aspirants who want to take psychiatry as a PG branch?
Okay, so I'll take my example and why I feel it was a good decision at the end. Okay, psychiatry for me is not a monotonous subject. Every day is a challenge. Every case is a challenge. Okay, and second thing is, if you're not into the field of, say, surgical field, then definitely psychiatry is a good branch. Okay, and even the earnings wise also psychiatry is doing well. People don't understand that.
Which people don't understand much and tend to
Correct.
downplay this thing.
Yes, many people feel that psychiatry earnings are not good. People don't earn much. Um, for example, me, it's been only 2.5 to 3 years I'm in practice right now. But if you compare me to my MBBS classmates who have passed out with me, and they were very lucky enough to get to in the first, second attempt, get through PG, do a very good subject. They are now cardiologists, endocrinologists, etc. But if you see the variation of current salaries or current monthly income generation, at least I'm 5 6 times higher than them. Okay.
Okay,
Second is
that's really promising.
second is it's very easy to start practicing also. It just there. In fact,
Okay,
many people don't require that also. Most of them are doing online, just through phone.
yes, yes.
So the ease of practice is very uh, easy compared to any other subject. So you do not have to invest heavily on anything. So that's a major advantage. Say, suppose if you come from a lower income family, you cannot invest much. Then having a this one is very important.
Sir, as you told, it's easier to set up, and there are no big challenges as in some of the specialties. That is actually a pros for this brand, sir. I agree.
Hmm.
So I still remember why I chose psychiatry, as you told. One thing is strong inclination towards neurosciences. At the same time, a craving to study psychology and subtle nuances of that. So I think, sir, people interested in neurosciences or medical specialty can choose psychiatry, right? People has less of a medical specialty sometimes. So, what is your take on this? People view this branch with a stigma, which is not attached to probably other branches. They see it as a kind of threat, at least in uh, some of the parts of. India, as you told, India is diverse. There are different socio-cultural connotation existing. People are largely resistant to the medications or our treatments sometimes. How can
Mm-hmm.
we counter this as a psychiatrist?
Huh. Yeah, exactly. The reason why people don't take medicines is because, of course, there's some kind of a stigma associated. Oh, these are sleeping medicines. They just make you sleep and etc. But also another thing is we do not have an objective evidence, no, Pranav. So how can you? What is a rational? You say he's depressed, or you say he's anxious, and you give him, but he says, yeah, that's a symptom. But what evidence are you having? Because if you say he's having some kind of infection, you show okay, culture report, CBP is there, or you have raised DSR and everything you show him. But we do not have that. But once that comes there, then definitely uh, things will change. But how I convince patients is that you try to talk them on the receptor levels. I agree that oh is of a poor family, he's of a low socioeconomic status. How can you tell him about receptors, about serotonin and all? Yeah, but only then he'll understand. So you say that okay, for you serotonin has decreased. That is the reason certain symptoms are happening. Then so and so, if you continue to do so, certain it will lead to certain something else. And if you try to explain that and give them that these medicines are going to increase that serotonin, rather than saying that these are psychiatry medicines, and you try to explain that oh, if you have vitamin D less, why don't you give vitamin D? If you have calcium less, why don't you give calcium? So similarly, you should give serotonin. If you are able to explain that, many people get convinced. In fact, those people who first say that oh, I'm not interested in medicines will eventually take up medicines.
Yes,
Okay. And of course, you should also say that yes, medicines is only certain part of the treatment.
one part.
Oh yes, you require counseling, you require certain techniques, you have other so you tell that also.
Yeah,
Then that holistic approach comes into play.
yes, sir.
But what happens
Probably
is
that's
many,
one
yes,
approach.
many psychiatrists I know or people are okay. You have this problem, okay, you write this medicine. People, you have to spend that extra time with them. That 1 2 minutes, if you're able to spend, then lot of things will change.
So I'm happy, sir. You have highlighted again the fact that we psychiatrists are not just pill pushers. How do you view this concept of preventive psychiatry? I feel that you are so much interested into that field. Like you have been talking and doing a lot of things related to wellness-oriented psychiatry, whether be it students, corporate, or other employees. So there is
Correct,
this
correct.
emerging concepts or already existing thing called preventive psychiatry, which we psychiatrists are not unfamiliar with actually, which
Mhm.
people doesn't know. People don't know, and they think that we are just pill pushers.
Yeah. See, Pranav, in my opinion, a psychiatrist should spend every day 5 to 10% of his time in community psychiatry. Yes.
Things
So
to
you should
hear.
go to school, you should do some podcasts, you should go to colleges, you should go to corporates, anything. You can go to a small village and talk about CPE. Different socioeconomic status are different psychiatric issues. Some might have substance issues, some might have depression, but you should go and talk. Because
Oh,
stigma is definitely there, stigma has to be reduced. Two is because many people I feel don't go is that oh if I go for example it's a very far off place from my clinic and you say that
okay,
if I go there would it help me, would he come to me, that selfish factor comes in. But I feel that if you go there some other psychiatrist will benefit, but end of the day the community is benefiting,
yeah,
the whole community is doing better. When the whole community starts growing, you will also start growing.
okay,
Okay. So every psychiatrist should spend 5 to 10% of their time monthly in doing community psychiatry.
I think that's the most refreshing thing I'm hearing in this Zoom session, probably. A young psychiatrist who loves technology, all those things so much, who integrates and uses that well, telling people or aspirants that spending time amidst community is also good. So that is probably a take-home thing for the aspirant also. Psychiatry offers nothing but academic fees, your personal growth, growth of the community, multiple things it offers, which I think no other branch can offer that field. You are doing preventive medicine part, which you have studied in PSM, preventive and social medicine. You're also utilizing psychopharmacology, psychotherapy, neuroscience, sociology, probably anthropology, philosophy, and whatnot. And sir, I must
Yes.
appreciate your initiative you have been taking in collectives, mental health platforms like Cortex Advisory, MV Health. So, what is your take on, or what is your advice to such people who would like to start their role as leaders or entrepreneurs in the field of psychiatry? Some people are interested in that. For example, Cortex Advisory is such platform,
Yes.
collaborations, collectives.
Yeah. Yeah. See, what I believe is that, Pranav, doctors are very bad businessmen,
Yeah, I
uh,
agree.
and they're very proud of that. Oh, we are doctors. We should not be businessmen. But no, I don't think that's the case. If see, ethically, you can definitely do business, right? Yeah, ethically, you can definitely become entrepreneurs. Ethically, you can do a lot of things. So every doctor should have an understanding of business, and the best way to do business is in your own sub field of expertise. Oh, see, when you sit down, you'll have 100 thoughts or 100 ideas. Oh, I want to start a cafe, I want to start something, but things don't work so easily. Once you start a cafe, the answers are so different. Oh, you'll have a lot of things to do. So best way to is work on your own field. So what is your expertise? You're a psychiatrist. So work on that aspect. Try to build in new things. Try to see the gaps in the society. For example, the reason why
Okay.
we started Cortex Advisories is the fact that many psychiatrists do not understand how to grow their field, how to grow their practice, how to grow their subject. So this, through social media, how people are changing their practice, many people don't know. Okay, they're trying it, but they are like trial and error, not a proper guidance is given. And that is how the idea of cortex advisory came in. Okay, we have a structured approach. You do this, definitely your growth will increase 2x, 3x, 4x. So that is what we are trying to do in cortex advisory. And then, for example, I have another company which works on wellness. So I go, they weekly ones, I tie up with a corporate company, I tie up with a school. So therefore, there's that another domain which has increased. You might say, sir, do you take any amount for going? I might take, I might not take, but eventually my
Oh,
practice will grow, because eventually some
okay.
patient will come, they'll refer to some patient, because it's a word of mouth, right? Word of mouth
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not just
yes.
when a patient comes to you, it's also when you go and talk to the patient.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
many people are hesitant to do that, sir, that initiation part. If I
Correct,
talk
correct.
actively to people, what will they think of us? That part is always there, hidden. So you have
Yes,
busted that myth also.
if you even if you talk to them or not talk to them, they'll talk about you.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen, because humans are meant to talk, no? They try to gossip, they try to talk. So better talk and see how it goes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
So
definitely, sir,
what
you
are
have.
what is your perspective, Pranav? Like,
Ah,
are you also doing something to community psychiatry, preventive
yeah,
psychiatry?
sir. That's why I asked that question, sir, which I don't find in many of the sessions. We have some knowledge in preventive social medicine also during our MBBS days
Yes,
as
yes.
doctors. So from
Mm-hmm.
that moment, I was interested along with some other people. A lot of young psychiatrists I have seen, they have this interest as you told, towards community growth and personal growth, doing something contributing towards communities understanding on holistic perspective, all those filling the gaps, mental health gaps. That part was always there. So whenever I find time to interact with people, whether be it school, corporates, colleges, or community level people, villages, common people, I try to utilize that. I think from now onwards, as you told, we should have a structured plan and we should actively be doing that.
Yes, yes.
So,
Uh,
in short, I think the future is not that bad, right, sir? As many people like
no, no.
future.
Future is of psychiatrist. If you see, for example, in USA, after you write your pass your MS USMLE, the psychiatry getting into psychiatry is very difficult compared to internal medicine. Correct?
Yeah, I have
So
heard that.
why do you think
Yes,
that is
correct.
happening? Because people weigh psychiatry in a very higher range, and it
Okay,
it will be time in India where psychiatry will be one of the top subject in NEET PG also. I can
okay,
assure you, in fact, I've seen this year rankings also. Psychiatry demand has increased manifold. Radiology has decreased because of whatever AI and etc. And that's how psychiatry is building. And next 5-10 years, you'll see a time then top 10 rankers in India will take psychiatry.
again, another really promising thing which we are taking in this Zoom session. So, is there any other thing that you would like to convey to our uh, aspirants or future psychiatrists?
Correct. So what I would like to say is the future is bright, but at the same time, future is in your hands. So you have
Okay.
to
So you are giving that
you
responsibility. That's very important thing.
yes, yes. So you'll have to plan yourself. You'll have to work on yourself, how you want to grow, and try to grab every opportunity. And don't be shy towards asking for opportunities. For example, I I initially when I was in my starting days, see, nobody knows that you're a psychiatrist, right? You must be from
Yeah,
AIMS, you
yeah,
must be from
yeah.
very good institute or JIPMER and NIMANS. But individual, when you come to the society, people do not understand if you are from NIMANS or JIPMER. If there's a
Okay,
suppose there's a very poor socioeconomic status guy, he doesn't understand what is NIMANS, right? He wants you to talk well. He wants you to talk to you, wants you to understand them. Okay, and I can show you so many psychiatrists who come from one of the top institutes are not doing well because
okay,
they cannot talk to the patient, they cannot make them understand. So the skill
okay.
is,
It's
of course,
important.
you have the basic knowledge of what your subject, but at the same time you have to understand that you have to convince the patient. So that skill should be learned. That skill should be learned, and that can be learned only during the residency. So
Yeah.
try to learn that, and eventually, when you come into practice, that will help you. Not your degree,
Okay.
not your massive accolades in your school, colleges, but the ability to convince your patient is important. And
Okay.
second thing is, try public speaking is also important, especially in psychiatry, because you're talking about preventive psychiatry, right? The more you try to talk in the public, that will help you a lot. And
Okay.
third thing is, psychiatry is one subject where you require knowledge of multiple things. You're
Yeah.
saying anthropology, sociology, political sciences. A lot of things are required. In fact, that is one of the reason I took up psychiatry because I prepared for civil services for 1.5 year. I couldn't get through,
Yeah.
but that knowledge really helps me now. That gives me an edge
Yeah.
when I talk to people. So
Okay.
make sure you understand about the world, you understand about the country, and then use that knowledge when you're talking to a patient in public course, and definitely things will change.
Okay. Fine, sir. I've touched multiple areas in this brief Zoom session. Thank you so much, sir, for joining on the behalf of Waynard Guild of Psychiatrists. Hope we'll have more follow up or booster sessions. So, as a concluding word, I would like to tell to the aspirants or whoever are listening to the video, perhaps the future psychiatrist will need to be trilingual, fluent in neurosciences, psychotherapy, and technology, while still holding a space for a deeper human meaning which no system can probably replace. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and I hope to come back soon.
Sir, sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. We'll definitely have future sessions, sir. Thank you so much, sir.